So yesterday I was fiercely wanking it to Minnie Mouse, and then came across an article title that really spoke to me. Disney's Boy Trouble. Studio seeks original IP to win back Gen Z men amid Marvel, Lucasfilm struggles. The specific age group Disney is trying to appeal to is 13 to 28-year-olds. Now, even though I'm 39, I think this topic still resonates with me because I am, in fact, a Disney adult. I look gummy as fuck when I smile and have motivational bumper stickers and mouse ears. However, I do see why Disney is trying this new approach of appealing to men. It's no secret the company went through a phase of, look, we're diverse. We have a black Little Mermaid and a Snow White who don't need no man. We're ahead of the times to appeal to a certain demographic. It works as a short-term measure to spark discourse and get people to talk about the movie more, but when it comes to an actual long-lasting impact, or even just the financial gain at the box office, it falls completely flat. To me, and many others, this phase of Disney has always come across as disingenuous and extremely fake, which is probably why a lot of people are turned off by the company's recent products. Snow White, for example, is described by Rachel Ziegler as a woman who doesn't need a man, and the old story is outdated due to the prince being a stalker and Snow White not really doing anything. Whether you personally agree with that or not is irrelevant, because the point I'm trying to make is that comments like this ruin the image of the product. And boy did it. Let's also take a look at Marvel. You have two female characters that at one point talk shit about their predecessors, that being She-Hulk and Ironheart.
When I'm catcalled in the street, when incompetent men explain my own area of expertise to me. So I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it infinitely more than you.
Do you think Tony Stark would be Tony Stark if he wasn't a billionaire? No shade. That's just the way the world works.
I mean, one statement or scene like this can change how people perceive the overall character. Now, whether these characters change their viewpoint or develop after saying these unappealing statements is again irrelevant, because those lines spread like wildfire online and it ended up turning a lot of people off, mostly being men, making these two characters just straight up unappealing for the majority of the audience. No one wants to hear the newcomer insulting the old generation that the viewers grew up with. The wrong way to fill in the shoes of a beloved hero is by downplaying the previous hero's actions and accomplishments.
Huh, you think Tony Stark is some great inventor? Well, Tony Stark had billions of dollars, and I don't have that luxury.
I mean, how did the writers think people would react to that statement? Were they under the impression that viewers would hear this and say,
yeah, fuck Tony Stark. This really displays the current climate of how capitalism plays favorites.
It's nothing more than a condescending statement that shows disrespect for a beloved character, which again, turns people off. I think the She-Hulk one was especially in poor taste, where the character implies she had it harder in life, simultaneously downplaying Bruce Banner's problems to uplift her own issues. These scenes make their rounds online, and then you get ratings like this, so it would seem even people who might like this show are not in a large enough crowd to combat the people leaving one-star reviews. Believe it or not, I don't really have faith in Disney saving their company's image by just simply appealing to Gen Z men. Based on viewership and ratings, Disney doesn't even know how to appeal to other demographics that are not filled with Gen Z men. Anyways, according to the article, how Disney will appeal to this new demographic of Gen Z men is by seeking new IP and pitches, such as splashy global adventures and treasure hunts, as well as seasonal fare like films for the Halloween corridor. The calls come as the Star Wars machine struggles to produce any film project in the superhero genre sheds audiences by the minute. Guys, it's the settings. We've got to go back to squash buccaneer pirate adventures to appeal to all the men. I mean, just look at how our latest rendition of Peter Pan turned out. I'm sure if we just make the setting boy-like, we can get back to catering to an audience of Gen Z men. Ooh. Okay, never mind. I mean, the statement kind of contradicts the idea that it's the setting that needs to change. You just said the Star Wars and MCU franchises are tanking, which is mega boycotted. Maybe the Achilles heel isn't the setting, but the preachy identity politics. It is so easy now for one statement to cause an online mob to go apeshit. I'm not going to act like Snow White would have been some huge success if Rachel Ziegler just shut the fuck up, but it's obvious her words made it infinitely worse. The movie was defined and branded by Rachel's description of the modern-day Snow White. That's all people talked about and not the actual movie. Yeah, as a 17-year-old high schooler, Star Wars and Marvel just doesn't hit like it used to. Now, I'm not gonna act like everything Disney has made recently is just girl boss slop. Tony Gilroy did give us one of the greatest TV shows of all time, and yes, I do mean that, but I do not see anything of this quality returning soon, and I doubt this new direction to appeal to Gen Z men will make much of a difference. I say just stay away from identity politics in general. That seems to be what's turning a lot of people away from Disney products. Andor succeeded, I think, because while politics is definitely ingrained within the show, it doesn't go out of its way to insult its viewers or exclude a certain group of people from the group. The enemy in that show is a tyrannical government, so really the only people it insults are bootlickers, which, I mean, there aren't that many of to cause an online outrage. Oh yeah, and it also tells a great story, has well-developed characters, amazing writing, fantastic cinematography, memorable music, you know, unnecessary things like that. Anyways, marketing identity politics creates online discourse for the short term, but the impact of it fails to resonate with audiences in the long term, leading to box office flop after flop.